Welcome to Excel Explained. Today we are going to look at basic Excel navigation tricks, and we have some bonus tips for you as well along the way. Most of the times you try to navigate within the Excel cells with the right, left, up and down arrows, or you simply just drag your cursor along the worksheet. Let's put a data set first within our Excel. By the way, for this tutorial, you will have our keyboard at the bottom of the screen so that you can follow along the keys I press for your ease. Okay, let's create a sample data set here. For this, you can do manual typing, but I have a better and faster version for you, and this is the first bonus. This will be the first bonus for you. Let's generate random numbers to simulate a table. To generate a table, I will use a function called rand. Rand means random, and it generates random numbers when you press enter. And you can drag this one down, drag this one right, and this will be our sample data set in this case. So rand function is a good way to generate random numbers if you need to simulate some stuff. By the way, it doesn't have to be the decimals. You can specify a range. For that one, let's delete this set. You will have to use rand between function. So rand between. Bonus tip, you don't have to type the formulas in Excel until the end. Just press tab after Excel shows the function to you. So here you give bottom range and top range limits. For example, from 10 to 100. Close the parentheses, press enter. Then you can drag this one down. Then you have to drag this one right, and here you have a sample data set. Bonus tip. It changes every time you drag it. You see all the cells change. Because rand function relies on system clock and some other parameters. So if you need to make this table static after you generate the random numbers, you will have to make these values. You will have to turn these from formulas to values. Copy this data set, Control copy, right click and paste special as values. Now you see on the formula bar, it's not a formula, so it's not going to change as you move. One more trick here. Bonus tip. These are very basic tips, so I hope these will be useful for you. So what we did, let's go back to the beginning. We said rand, we pressed enter, then to generate this big table, we did first drag this down, then we did drag this right. There's an easier way for this. Don't do that. There are two ways to do this. First way, you can either select your range first, and while the range is selected, start typing your formula. Don't click on a single cell. Select the range, then start typing your formula, then press Control Enter. If you press Control Enter, you will see the whole range is filled with the same rand formula. You can see it here, right? This is the second way to do it. Start typing your formula here, press enter, you have the formula here. So if you want to drag this formula down, you don't have to do this with the mouse only, okay? You can, I go back, You can select your range, press Ctrl D. It brings your formula down. Then you can select your range. Now you want to copy these formulas to the right hand side cells also. Then you press Ctrl right, Ctrl R. Okay? So let's do it again. Select your vertical range, press Ctrl D to copy it downwards. Then select your right hand side range and press Ctrl R to copy that formula to the right hand side cells. So this is basically formula navigation, copying, pasting. I hope this will be useful. So let's continue with the navigation basics. First, make these formulas static once again. Control copy, then right click and paste as values. Okay, you don't have to do this. This is just to make the numbers static so that they don't change every time we play around and don't confuse you. Okay, so select a vertical range. Most of the times people go by dragging their mouse down. If it's a short table like this, it's easy. But if it's a long table, you keep waiting down, waiting. No, this is not the best way to do it. So how to do it? How to select this range without dragging your mouse? Come to the cell that you have to start from. Shift is the selector. Don't forget, okay? Shift is your selector. If you keep Shift pressed and continue with your down arrow, you will be selecting this whole range. Okay? You can say, this is not easier because I will have to click all the cells downwards. You don't have to. Control comes in play here. So what do we use Control for? As we said, Shift was the selector. Control is the mover. What does it mean? If we keep Shift pressed and go downwards, it will keep selecting. But if we don't press Shift and we just press Control, keep it pressed and press the down arrow, you see how it moves fast? From the top to the bottom. Control works like this. You can do the same thing for the left and right movements. So to navigate right, keep Control pressed and press right arrow. To navigate left, do Control press and press the left arrow. You see, right to left. So let's navigate fast. Bottom, right, top, left. Right, bottom, left, top. You see how fast you move? So if you combine this movement with the Shift selector, you will have a powerful selection scheme. How it will work? As again, let's say we want to select this column completely, and instead of pressing Shift and clicking down arrow one by one, this time we will press Shift and Control at the same time and press down arrow. This way you will have selected the whole data range at once. Here comes the trick. If you want to select the whole column regardless of the data range, you can press, this is a bonus tip, Control space. So this will select the whole column. It works exactly like pressing here with your mouse. Okay, Control space. If you want to do it in the horizontal line, you press Shift space. You see, it selects the whole row in this case. Instead of pressing your mouse, you can go to any cell in the row and press Shift space. It selects the whole row. But let's say if you just want to select where it includes the data. In this case, again, let's start from here. What we did while going down was Control Shift down. Here we go Control Shift right. Common sense, right? Okay. You can do it here also. Control Shift right. You see how it moves. Let's move from here. Control Shift right. Same. So where you start, it will go until the data ends. For example, let's say this cell is blank and you again start from here and you want to select until here. In this case, Control Shift right will end right here because there's no data here, okay? Be careful on such circumstances. Okay, so let's say we want to select the whole range. How do we do that? Either we drag our mouse, and if this is a big table, we have to do wait, and don't wait. Come to your first cell, Control Shift down and right. You see, it's very quick. Control Shift down and right, keeping Control and Shift pressed. This is a very important navigation trick. It's very basic, but it makes you lose time easily if you are a beginner to Excel. So I strongly suggest that you implement these navigation tricks to your daily Excel use. By the way, I want to show one more bonus tip for you regarding the Excel navigation. Let's say you have multiple tabs on your Excel. Okay? 9 sheets, 9 tabs. And you want to navigate from sheet 1 to sheet 3 to sheet 4 to sheet 5, whatever. Instead of clicking around, the fastest way to navigate among tabs is keeping Control pressed and pressing the page down key to go right and page up key to go left. You see, keep your eyes on the tabs, on the sheets. I press Control, page down, page down, page down. You see how it moves to the right and left, page up. Control, page down, Control, page up, Control, page down, Control, page up. So if you also implement this trick to your navigation, you'll start having a good Excel navigation artillery. I hope you find these tricks useful. Please subscribe to the channel and comment below this video if you need more information or if you have any questions regarding the uses of Excel or navigation or any other topics. And have a nice day.